In addition to using cell styles to format a worksheet, you can also add borders to a worksheet. Here I have the seasonal sales worksheet that we've been working on, and this time I've just formatted it with a single background color and white text. I also made my rows a little bit deeper than normal, and I selected over the entire worksheet, and this time I chose middle align so that the content of the cells would be aligned to the middle of the cells vertically. I just think it gives it a better look. Now we're going to add some borders. So the first border I'm going to add is across the bottom of this heading row. So I'm going to select my heading row, and then from the Home tab of the ribbon, we'll select the More Borders drop-down list and click on More Borders. This opens the Format Cells dialog at the Borders tab. Now, a word of warning here. Some people really like this dialog and lots of others absolutely hate it. There is a certain logic to it, and if you understand and can work with it, you may find it the easiest way to add borders. But I'm going to show you some other methods as well, just in case this dialog is not working for you. We'll have a look at a slight problem with this dialog when we start. I want this bottom border to be white, so when I choose white as my color, notice that I lose all my styles. Well, they're still there, they're just colored white. So right now I'm going to choose a light gray so that I can see them a bit more clearly, so I can select the style that I want to use. Now let's go back and select white as our color. And I want this border to be across the bottom of these cells. So this is the border I want here. I'm going to click, and you'll see that this little icon turns on, telling me I have enabled the bottom border for this particular selection, and this is going to have now a white border on it. I'll click OK, and you can see that the white border has now been applied. We'll do the same thing and add a white border immediately above these product totals, but we'll do it a different way, and we'll do it by drawing. This time I'll click the More Borders tab, and I'm going to make sure that I have my line color selected. Again, it's going to be white. And then I'm going to select the line style, and I want this thick style here. And you can see when I hold my mouse pointer over the data that the mouse pointer has turned to a pen, and there are also these little indicators here. These are sort of grid dots showing me how I can draw my border. In fact, this draw border option has automatically been enabled for me because I selected a line color and a line style. You can see that there's a little green border around this telling me that this option is enabled. So I'm now going to press the escape key to escape out of this dialog so that I have this tool still enabled, and I'm going ahead to draw my borders, and I'm just drawing with the pen across this row. And when I get to the end, I'm going to reselect this option or press escape to finish. And now we have the border in place. There's another way to add a border, and that is by selecting an option from this portion of the list. We'll go ahead now and start by selecting the line color and style to use. This time I want it to be dark red. And I want my line style to be this dash symbol here. And I don't want to draw the border, I want to select it a different way, so I'm going to deselect Draw Border. I'm going to select over the entire worksheet, and this time I'm going to choose Outside Borders, and they'll be drawn with the color I've selected and the style I have selected. So I'm clicking Outside Borders. And now when I step away, you can see that there's a dark red dash border around my worksheet. There are multiple ways to add borders to your worksheets in Excel. You can draw them, you can select them by description from the list here, or you can click More Borders to open the More Borders dialog and apply them this way.